You're such a brave girl.
As the pandemic continues to evolve and new variants emerge, some believe it's just a matter of time before we all get COVID.
No one wants to get infected.
Cliff Morrison would know. More than 2 years after Cliff caught the virus, he is still suffering from strange neurological problems.
A lot of the brain fog. I sometimes forget where I'm at. And I can be in a very familiar location, and all of a sudden nothing looks familiar.
Cliff is not alone. 1 in 5 individuals infected with the virus go on to develop what's called long COVID. The syndrome refers to a constellation of symptoms, including crushing fatigue, debilitating headaches, and cognitive changes.
Probably the most disconcerting thing for me was the fact that I could no longer remember names, and people would tell me something, and 5 minutes later, I wouldn't remember it, or I would repeat myself.
People feel like their brain is working slower, that it's harder to access that information in their head, that it's harder to kind of hold information in their head and manipulate it.
UCSF neurologist Dr. Joanna Helmuth and her team are striving to unravel the mysteries of long COVID.
A lot of people go to their physicians and their doctors don't know what to do for this.
In one study, they collected blood and spinal fluid samples from patients and found lots of abnormalities.
Not only do we see higher markers of inflammation in the cerebrospinal fluid, but in some people we're also seeing markers of vascular dysregulation, or that the blood cells within the brain compartment, that those cells aren't acting and behaving normally, and perhaps they're either causing or contributing to or responsive to some sort of inflammation in the brain compartment.
Dr. Helmuth says if they can figure out what's causing it, they may be able to treat and prevent it. The team is now enrolling individuals who had COVID and suffer from cognitive issues, as well as those who suffered no lingering effects.
We really need to know what the differences are in these two groups.
As for Cliff, he believes in the science and the vaccines. The retired longtime nurse helped create the AIDS ward at San Francisco General. He sees a lot of parallels with HIV and COVID, such as the outright manipulation of facts.
I do realize that some people think that this is not completely real, or it's not as bad, or maybe it's been something that's just been orchestrated to divert people's attentions or whatever, but it's real.
Well, if you've been infected and have no signs of lingering symptoms, you actually may qualify for a study. They may provide some answers to scientists and patients like Cliff. For more information, just go to our website, kpix.com.